This is Liz Colburn, host of The Morning Uplift. Thank you for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Dr. Mariah White, host of Your Life Matters, here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you are done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Your Life Matters, where we talk about dreaming big and dreaming bold to reach your wildest dreams in both your health and your happiness. A new show comes out every single Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of Your Life Matters. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
A great life isn't about great, huge things. It's about all the small things that make a big difference. A great life isn't about great, huge things. It's about the small things that make a big difference. Good morning. Welcome to Choose to Rise, where today we're going to be talking about how the little things in life can make a big difference, the tiny things that you can do to make a big impact on your life. And welcome to Choose to Rise. Welcome to Public House Media. I am so glad that you're here with us today. If you want to connect with me more, you can head over to chooseriseup.com. You can also find me at Choose to Rise Up on Facebook and just connect with me there. I love learning about my listeners. I love learning about the people that are a part of our community. And if you want to join us there, I would be so thrilled. But today we're going to be talking about 10 little things or some tiny things that can make a big impact on your world. And they're simple things. They're small things, because a great life isn't about great, huge things. It's about the small things that make a big difference. And so today when we talk about these things that are super simple, they are things that, it's not the big things that you do in life. It's not the huge accomplishments that you make in life that make a huge difference in your life. It's the everyday little sacrifices. It's the little things that you do that snowball into big things. Being off a single degree on a compass can take you at least 20 kilometers off your final destination. A single quote that you hear from a podcast or a book or a speech of some sort can have a lasting impact on your life. What you can do, it's the small things that you are doing on a daily basis that are going to build motivation and commitment and the things that you need to do on a daily basis. Cutting out pop, a single item out of your a daily routine can lead to several pounds of dozens of pounds of weight loss in a year, just by simply removing something that is damaging to your body. So today I want to talk to you about some tiny things that you can do, some simple things that you can do to change your life and have a lasting impact, a big impact on your things. One of the most important questions you should ask yourself and should frequently ask yourself, and maybe on an even daily basis, is where am I going to be in 5 years? It's very easy mentally to kind of just run into habits and kind of get into this illusion of someday I'll be there. A lot of people will underestimate what they can do in 24 hours. They will maybe overestimate what they can do in a decade. But when you really focus in on where are you going, and what are the things that you're doing today that are going to help you get there, that's when you have more of a plan in your life. You're more able to accomplish things because you are moving towards something than if you're just letting life happen. The reality is that today, what we're doing today, in this moment right now, in this next hour, tomorrow morning, in what's happening right now, this is your life. And that's it. The day-to-day of your existence is what it is. And you have to make a conscious choice every single second, every single moment to enjoy those moments, to go do the things that you want to do, to be putting yourself set up for success for when you want to go accomplish something. It doesn't just happen. It's all the little things that are going on in your day. And sometimes, and a lot of people, myself included at times, are unintentionally self-sabotaging our ways in the little things that we do, the procrastination, the choosing to do this over that, the things that make our daily habits ritual when we get out of routine and stay out of routine. Those are the things that really hold us back. So I'm going to share with you a few things this morning that you can do to stay in the good, that you can make these small little tweaks in your day, and they are going to help you be be a more positive person and are going to have a huge impact on your life just by doing these little things. Okay. So the first one is keep a journal with you at all times. John Maxwell is the person that brings this to my heart. And he says that he has two things with him all the time. He has a journal where he like jots quotes down or jots things that he's heard either in conversation or in speeches or things in books. And he writes these little quotes down. And then the other one, he has ideas that he wants to teach on. And so he just has these with him all the time. And a lot of times now it's on his smartphone. And I do the same kinds of thing when I'm out on a walk or I'm doing something. I will start to jot down the things that I'm listening to or hear from, like the specific quotes that really have got to me. And then I can use those later in either when I'm speaking to you on the podcast or when I'm doing things other things in life where I just need to be inspired, and I can go back to that list of like, this is what I was thinking at this time, and this is what I can be doing differently. So keep a journal with you at all times. You don't need a huge storybook. You don't need, it doesn't need to be like a cohesive, like written down story, but you should write down the things that strike you. You should write down the things that are going to motivate you and keep you going so that when life is getting a little harder, you'll end up with a collection of ideas that say way more about you than what you would have consciously realized. And you'll be able to reflect on your personal and mental and emotional connections there and really evaluate who it is that you are becoming or wanting to be. The next thing I want you to do, this is a little thing that I got from Mel Robbins, and it's so helpful. The nights that I do this are the days that I pop out of bed in the morning and I get things accomplished and I'm just good at it. The tip is keep your phone out of your bedroom. Buy an old-fashioned alarm clock if you have to, or better yet, put your alarm on your phone and put it someplace else. Mine stays right here in my office, which is just adjacent to my bedroom, but I have also put it in the bathroom, which is connected to our bedroom as well. Just doing something that is going to help you, one, fall asleep easier because you don't have that blue light next to you. Two, it helps you make sure you get out of bed and you're focused on other things besides getting sucked into a news feed or being sucked into somebody else's agenda in the day. And three, you just sleep better overall because you don't have it next to you. And it's crazy to think about because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't check my phone. I don't what, but you do. Trust me, you do. There are so many studies out there that do it. And when I've really paid attention to it, oh yeah, the first thing I do is shut off my alarm. But then I open up Instagram or open up Facebook or open up my email because I see notifications there and I just can't handle. But like then all of a sudden, it's like 20 minutes is gone. It's like, what the heck happened? But when I leave my phone someplace else, turn off my alarm, and my devotion is sitting here, instead of thumbing through my phone, I sit down and read my devotional first. Or if I have other things planned for me, if I'm up out of bed, I'm much more likely to get things done. So second tip is to keep your phone out of your bedroom. The next one, it kind of goes a little bit with the first one, but it's keep a gratitude journal. And you've heard me talk about this a lot on the podcast because keeping a gratitude journal and having an attitude of gratitude are the things that really keep us grounded and really keep us focused on the right things in our life. What you focus on, you create more of. So if you can focus in on writing down at least 3 things that brought you joy in the day, that brought you the most satisfaction in your day, the 3 things that maybe kept you out of stress, or the 3 things that you just loved about your day, maybe loved about your partner, maybe loved about the time that you spent with your kids, whatever it might be. Over time, you'll be able to see some patterns and adjust accordingly. You know, maybe you're only seeing things that are good at home and never anything good at work. Or maybe you're only ever seeing good things in one child or the other. Like you can really start to just focus in on what it is that you're proud of, what you're happy of, and just kind of move forward that way. The next one is cook meals on a week and then freeze them. Or one thing that I really love to do that's really changed the game for me is meal prepping in any sort of way. So cooking full meals and putting them in the freezer has saved the game for us on many occasions, on weeknights when we're all running around like chickens with our head cut off to kids' activities and community meetings and all kinds of things. But then also for me, having my meals planned out for the day even. So it's kind of a grab and go situation. When it's time for a snack, I have something available to me in the fridge. When it's time for lunch, it's warming it up because it's already prepared and ready to go. So taking about 1 hour out of the weekend, maybe take 20 minutes, 30 minutes on a Saturday to plan what I'm going to have, go to the grocery store, get those things. Sunday, I take an hour while I'm cooking other things to cook up what I need to cook for the week. And then either putting those things in the freezer or having them in the fridge ready to go. That takes so much stress out of cooking the rest of the week. It takes up so much less time to all the dishes and things afterwards because I already have everything prepared. And it just takes out a lot of time and energy throughout the week that I don't want to have to give to it. The next one I have for you is read a little every day about something that you want to improve in your life. There's that master of 10,000 hour rule. And when you do something for 10,000 hours, it's where you become the most prevalent at, right? So what you focus on, you create more of. When you are doing something for 10,000 hours, you become a master of it. So even if it's too difficult to really get yourself, it's really hard for to get yourself enamored over a fiction book for 20 minutes on a train home from work, but flip that option to mean something that's going to empower your brain, that's going to help you, teach you something, that's going to help you handle something that's happening in your life better. When you can pour yourself into mentors or have mentors pour into you because you take at least 20 minutes of your day to plug into something, whether it's this podcast or other uplifting podcasts, maybe it's an Audible book, maybe it's actually sitting down and, doing something that you're reading a book, page to page kind of situation. But spend some time every single day plugging into something positive, pouring good stuff into your heart and mind so that you can go forward and do other things in a positive way as well. So the next one I have for you is schedule your procrastination. Yes, you heard it. Schedule your procrastination. Really, yes, use this. Unless you allow for some give in your schedule, you're going to end up consistently failing yourself. You're not going to be productive every minute of every day of your life. And so if you pre-plan for that in your day and you have time, the buffer time in your things where life is going to happen or where you're able to just maybe even take a break from what you're doing and really focus, then come back and focus hard on what it is that you're doing. You won't consider the time lost. You won't consider yourself lazy. You'll just recognize that you need some time to recoup and you need some time to relax. You need to take a break. Daniel Pink does a lot of research on breaks and mental breaks that really help you focus in better on the next thing. So when you schedule in some procrastination time, when you schedule in some downtime into your day, some buffer time into the projects that you're doing, not only are you more productive in the time that you're actually focusing in on it, but you're also giving yourself some leeway for when crazy things happen, like your kid forgot their lunch at school or you have to run here to do this activity. The next one I have for you is you stop engaging with people who are bringing nothing but unnecessary stress to your life. Yes. And by engaging them, I mean communicating with them. If they're a coworker, respond in an email. If they're a friend, respond in a text. But you don't actually have to put any mental or emotional energy towards the things that are bringing you down. If people are negative and they are energy suck or they're somebody that it just is not bringing you positive energy into your life, you don't have to extend so much interaction with them. You don't have to you don't have to spend as much time with them or engage in activities with them as much as you need to. Do what's necessary. Like obviously, if there are people at your job that you have to engage with, put your time and energy there. And when you're there, focus on the good, focus on the positive. But when you don't have to be with them, don't expose yourself to their negativity. There's a ton of stuff in this world that we don't need to focus on. And one of them is negative people. So if you are focusing or you're engaging with people, if you are communicating people getting sucked into their negative vibe, cut yourself off. It's okay to do that. It's okay to protect your energy. It's okay to protect who you are and what you're trying to be with. And if they're, Debbie Downers on the goals that you want to achieve, go find other people. Success leaves clues. Go find the people that you want to spend your time with because you become the 5 people that you spend most time with. So if you are wanting to be somebody better, if you're wanting to be more goal driven, if you're wanting to be more positive and uplifting, if you wanting to change anything about your life, go hang out with the people that are doing those things. And the last one I have for you this morning is when you are to have at least one conversation a day, a real conversation with at least one person a day. Call a friend, a positive friend for 20 minutes, have a Skype date, have a Zoom talk, or really sit down and truly talk with your partner or your roommate or a friend that you can connect with and have a real conversation with someone. One of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is connection, of belonging. And when you can really connect with someone, and I don't just mean like catch up on what they've posted on social media, media. I mean, like, have a real conversation with somebody, and maybe that's your spouse. That would be great if it was, having a healthy relationship there. And maybe if you're not with someone, maybe you have a coworker or a friend or a family member that you can call upon, but have a real conversation with someone on a daily basis. It will not only help your heart and your mind, but it will help so many other aspects of your life as well. So that's what I got for you this morning. Have some real conversations with people. Stop engaging with people that bring nothing to you. Make sure that you are focusing in on the good things. Schedule in your procrastination. Give yourself some grace there, right? Making sure that you're reading or you're engaging in some positive things that are going to improve your life on a daily basis. Cook meals on one day, or at least plan and prepare with what you're going to be doing in your world. Making sure that you're keeping a gratitude journal. What you focus on, you create more of. Keeping your phone out of the bedroom. Keeping a journal with you at all times. Having these kinds of little things that you do on a daily basis are going to help you be a more positive person. They're going to help you understand that the small things are the things that are going to be a big difference in your life in the end. So whether it's cutting out a single pop, maybe it's taking 10 minutes to walk, maybe it's not engaging in a TV show or the news or something like that. But all the little things that you do, focus in on the small things that you're doing in your day, and then you'll be able to move forward in a good way afterwards. So thanks so much for joining me today. If you like this podcast, if you like this show, please make sure you head over to Choose to Rise Up on Apple Podcasts or Podbean or wherever it is that you're consuming your show, and leave a rating or review. That helps me connect with my listeners. It helps me keep moving forward with things that you love, and helps me know what it is that you enjoy about the show, that I can keep bringing positive content for you here and help others find it as well. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all soon.